Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm just using the last of the bait from yesterday. One of those quick little sessions that you sneak in with the excuse of like, yeah, I don't want to waste the bait. So I had one pack of black lug left and I thought I'd just pop round the corner to just behind the Camas Pier, and I'm going to have probably 5 casts and hopefully catch a fish. I'll get this one out. So I'm using plain lead, 6 ounce, a pulley rig. I've got 2 black lug on it and a squid head. Let's see if I can catch a fish. This is the 3rd time I've been out this week. It's been pretty poor. I thought it was going to be pretty good because the seas have been really rough. They settled down yesterday and then today they're almost flat. But the sun's out. It's, what's the date? Friday, October the 4th. And it's almost like a summer's day, apart from the fact that it's a little bit chilly. As you can probably tell with me hood and me hat. So yeah, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to get out and have a little bash. I've blanked twice this week. On Saturday I was up fishing with the Burnside cod ticklers. Hello Josh and Anthony and all the other guys. I didn't get anything at all. And then I was out yesterday and all I had was a tiny little scorpion fish, so it wasn't really worth doing a video. So I'm kind of hoping I get one today because I haven't got a video for Sunday. It would be nice to get one. So I'm going to keep that rod tip quite high today. There's not a huge amount of swell and it's fairly calm weather, so I think it's safe enough to have it higher up for better bite detection. It also keeps it clear of the water because where I'm standing I'm almost level with the water. Very safe here though. There's no chance of, well, as you can see, it's like a summer's day. Unless we suddenly had a tsunami or something, I'm absolutely fine. It's about 40 minutes till the water. So it's 10:30. I'll fish down to low water and then if I make it till 2 o'clock, that'll be great. Like I say, I've only got 1 packet of blacks left and I'm putting 2 on at a time with a little bit of squid. So it might just be 5 casts, it might not even be that long. But hopefully it'll be long enough to catch a fish. Right, that's been out about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Hasn't been any touches on it yet, so I'm going to just change it, put a fresh bait on. The tide should be starting to come in now. Right, I'm going to chuck this one over to the right. I'm going to give it a little bit more distance this time. That's it. Probably didn't go any further because it's casting into the wind. The wind's kind of blown across this way now, from right to left. And that tide's just started to move as well. So the water's going to start coming up a little bit now. But I can fish here. I should be able to fish here until I've finished the session. Because where you are, you're up on the top. So the water will come in through here. I'll just show you. point you down a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is a bit of a ledge here, so the water will come in through this bit here. So this will fill up. That'll turn into a little island, but that'll be fine. I can just stand on the top up where you are, which is probably 4 or 5 foot higher up. So I'll be fine on there until the end of this session. There we go. So I'll just show you that. That's the bait. It's a 4-row hook and it's a black lug, and then I've just put a bit of squid onto the bottom as well. You can see I've left the hook protruding, so that'll hopefully hook into a fish easier. Always remember to have the hook showing if it's obscured by bait and stuff, then it's got less chance of digging into the skin of the fish and catching it. I'm just thinking actually them worms, maybe it's the worms are knackered. They do feel pretty nasty like, but they were frozen. I took them out for a session last week and I had them in a freezer box, and I think they kind of went not fully defrosted but a little bit defrosted, and then they were refroze for the next session. And when I took them out, so yesterday was the second time I'd taken them out, and they did get completely defrosted. So what I did is I just put them in the fridge last night, but put them onto the, oh, was that a bite? I think that might have been a bite. Here's me talking away, saying how rubbish the worms are. Was it? Did you see it? I'll soon find out. But yeah, the worms are pretty manky. There was definitely something having a go on it. I'll put it down again. I'll just wait. When in doubt, do nout. I don't think that's going to come back, so I think probably best that I change the bait, because the bait might have been taken off the hook. But I'm going to cast in the same direction this time. Oh, I can feel there's lots of snags out there, probably loads of kelp, which is what you want really. I think it's about 11:45. Yeah, that lugworm's gone. There's only a tiny bit of bait left on there, so that was a good call to get that in. I'll just get that changed over. So I'm just using like a quick release swivel. Seems to work quite well. It's easy to change them over, like the little snap swivels. I'm sure you know what the type I mean. Right, let's get this out. I'll go just show you what I've got. So clip down, plain lead. Right, so this is the same direction. Perfect. Let's hope that fish is still there and it's tempted by that bait. So hopefully I can get a fish on one of these casts. Be nice to catch something today. Feels like ages since I've caught a decent fish. I had lots of little ones at the dye mouth on that last lure session. What was it I called it? The last fair weather lure session of the year, something like that, some sort of tongue twister. So that was the last time I caught any kind of like amount of fish, but nothing big. So it'd be nice to get a codlin today. Well, I'm glad I came out today. I almost didn't, but it's been such a nice morning. So the place where I'm at, if I was to come here, if I could get here as the crow flies, I could walk here in 10 minutes. But unfortunately there's a river in the way, so you have to drive round. I think it's about, I don't know, it's got to be 4 or 5 miles to go all the way around there, all the way back up here, and just down from where I live. I should get a little boat and I could just paddle across the river. That would sort it, wouldn't it? Right, come on, give me a fish. That water's coming up a bit now. Still fine though, it's a 5 metre tide today. So the difference between low and high water is 5 metres. And how far are we into it? Yeah, we're only an hour into it, I guess. So it will come up, it will start coming up quick. But you can see, I'll just show you. You can see there it's starting to come up and fill in the cracks. It's starting to kind of fill in here as well. So also I've got the bag and stuff's over there, so that's like elevated a bit. I'll come down and there you go, you can see that's a bit elevated. So what I'll do is I'll just get onto that bit there. So I'll leave that bait out for another 15. And then there's a bait on there. That one's ready to go. And then there's another one ready to bait up over there, and then that'll be it. Right, I think it might be time to get this in. There's nothing, I don't think anything has been touching that at all. Time-wise, we are at 12:15. So yeah, I think I'll get that in. And then I think what I'll do is I'll go slightly left and I'll try and get it a bit further out as well. So I'll just get this in. And then we'll get that other bait on and get that out in that direction over there. Yeah, perfect. I'm just going to walk this up the top here. And I'll keep this back a little bit. I'll get the rod stand over here. I'll just put the rod stand here and we'll just fish a little bit further back. So here's a question for you. Would you rather see weekly videos? So one every week, even if you do see blanks? Or would you prefer just to see the ones with fish in on a less regular basis? So kind of like a couple of months. Because it is quite difficult getting the videos out every week. Like, it's 20-1. I think it's time for the last bait. One of them days, try your hardest some days and nothing comes of it. Right, I'll get this in. Get that swapped over. And then we'll get ourselves a weight. Right, I'm going to go off this over that way again. Because that bait wasn't touched out there. At least over there it was, the bait had been played around with a bit. Last cast of the day. Right guys, it's 1 o'clock. I'm afraid it's a blank session. I tried my best for you, but this wasn't to be. I'm surprised there's nobody else fishing up here, but I've been here by myself. But yeah, one of them days, one of them weeks. So this is the third blank session in a week. Maybe I should be out doing a bit more night fishing. Maybe that might increase my chances. Anyway, I'm going to get pushed off here any second, so I'm going to get this in. I'll plan another adventure. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen today. It's all about the fishing, isn't it? It's about being outdoors. If you catch fish, it's a bonus. I've enjoyed myself. I hope you have too. Stay safe out there. Tight lines and cheers.